Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Rishali Chaudhary. Welcome to the Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering Technology. We are going to learn basic science chemistry for semester 1. We started paint, the third chapter. What is the paint? It is a mechanical dispersion of pigment in a vehicle. Paint is required to improve appearance, to protect from corrosion. How the paint is manufactured? What is the constituent of paint? That we are going to study in today's lecture. Main constituent of paints are pigment, which is giving you the color, binder solids, which gives the volume, binder solvent, so that paint is easily dispersed everywhere, liquid additive, so it will form a film, solvent, so paint can be sprayed properly and it will get evaporated after applying, and thick layer of the paint constituent form on the surface. The first constituent is pigment. It is a solid substance which gives you different color, opacity, strength to the paint, desired color, protection of the paint film by reflecting harmful ultraviolet light, resistance of paint against abrasion and wear, resistance to the moisture, increase the weather resistance of the film. Pigments are the solid substance which gives color to the paint. As it is a solid substance and it is a colored particles, due to that paint become opaque. It is not become transparent. Light will not pass through it. That is called as opacity. Due to that, paint is going to more stable, more corrosion resistance. Different pigments are available in the market. Due to the different pigment, we are getting a different color. So it is possible to get a different color on your wall, different designs on the wall, different shading of paint. Pigment particles are able to reflect harmful UV rays. Harmful UV rays comes from the sunlight, but pigments are reflect back, so it is not corroded the structure or not affected the structure. Resistance of a paint against the abrasion and wear. We are using the surface continuously. Due to the continuously motions or the movement, abrasion is take place. So there is a chances to remove out the upper protective layer. But due to the pigment, it will remain as it is. Due to the pigment, moisture will not get contact with a metal surface as well as walls. These are the important pigments we are going to study. Did you observe these are the color particles, color metal oxides which gives you different color. These are added in the vehicle to get a different shades. White color is obtained by the white lead, zinc oxide, lithophone, titanium oxide. Red color, ferric oxide, chrome red. Green color, chromium oxide. Blue, Prussian blue. Black color, carbon black. Brown amber. Did you observe these are the mostly metal oxide? Did you observe when the iron is converted into the rust? Iron is converted into the iron oxide. The color of a rust is red. That rust also used as a pigment for the paint. These are the constituent of the pigment, main constituent of paint. The desired shade of the paint can be obtained by using a single or a combination of following coloring pigments. Vehicles, carriers or the drawing oil. If we use only pigments are the solid particles, so it will not going to stick on the surface. So we have to use such a material or such a chemical due to which pigment will stick to the solid surface. These are called as vehicle carriers or the drying oil, which are carries the pigment from the your brush towards the surface. They are the liquid substances which hold solid ingredients of the paint. They are holding capacity, holding all solid material. The vehicle should have a following property. It is an oily liquid in which the base and pigments are soluble. It should be sprayed evenly over the surface by using a brush. It is act as a binder for base and stick to the surface. On drying, it forms a tough and elastic film. So pigments, if we sprayed evenly on the surface, it is not going to stick on a surface. So carrier, vehicles, drying oil going to stick on a surface by holding a pigment together. The main carrier vehicles are tung oil. These are the oil substance. Did you observe if there is any oil floating on a surface or after drying, it is form a sticky layer. Similarly, these oils are used. These are the high molecular weight fatty acid present in animal and vegetable oil. Example of the drying oil are linseed oil, soybean oil and castor oil. Main functions of drying oil. These are the film forming constituent. Vehicles, they provide toughness, adhesion, durability and waterproofness. Thinners. It reduces the viscosity of paint to suitable consistency so it can be sprayed evenly and handled easily during application. It dissolves the drying oil vehicles and disperse the pigment. Thinners are easily evaporating substance, so just they are dissolving or reducing the viscosity of the oils, and after applying thinner get evaporated. Common examples of thinner are turpentine, benzene, dipentene, naphtha, kerosenes. Dryads. These are the oxygen carrier catalysts. They are increasing the rate of drying by oxidation, polymerization and condensation. These are the special additive added in a paint to increase the drying speed. Effective dryers are resonates, linonates, tungstate of cobalt, manganese, lead and zinc. These examples are used in a MCQ, so you have to remember all constituent along with their example and their function. The next component is an inert extender, filler or the base. They are providing body to the paints and it depends upon the nature of paint to be great extent. A base is a general substance having the following property. It is a solid substance forming a main body of the paint. It makes the paint film more harder and more resistance towards the abrasion. If we use only pigment in a paint, paint will become very darker and it will not give you any color, as well as it is not going to become more hard and tough. So due to the presence of the base, it is become more harder and resistance towards the abrasion. It reduces shrinkage, cracks formed on a drying. If we use only pigment, pigments get shrinkage due to the drying oil, but due to the base inert substance, it is able to spread evenly without a shrinkage. It forms a opaque layer on the surface to be painted. What is meaning of the opaque? Non-transparent layer from which light will not pass. An inert extender or the filler. They are added in the paint to reduce the cost and also modify the properties of paint. Paint become more durable. If we use in an excess amount, paint will lose original characters and become a weak. It increases the mechanical strength as well as reduces the cost of paint. These are the talc used as a fillers. Barium sulfate, barium silicate, barium carbonate, silica, gypsum, magnesia, zinc oxide, metallic powders of aluminum, copper are used as a basis. We are going to solve MCQ based on today's topic. The component of paint that provide hiding power is options are pigment, solvent, vehicle, thinner. Pigments give a different color. Due to the color, main surface get hidden. That so answer is pigment. The white lead in the paint act as options are thinner, solvent, vehicle, pigment. White lead is a solid substance, so it is not a thinner, not a solvent, not a vehicle. It is answer is pigment, which gives the white color. Thank you so much. If you have a doubt, you can mail me on rushalisi21111@gmail.com. Thank you so much.